What's up, guys? I've got to go live again tonight. It's a Saturday. Today's what? What is the date today? July 14th. It's been a great day. Been at the zoo all day though. I haven't had time to edit. The kid's not napping these days, so I have no time to edit during the day, and I'm not going to take time away from the stuff I got to do. The stuff I want to do with family to edit these videos. So I've got some really great footage still, I'll edit tonight, but I'm not gonna get it done for the upload, and I really wanna keep this cadence of getting the videos done every day. So here is another live video. We'll wait until a couple of people get in. There was like a good little chunk of folks last time. There's like, cool. So, I wanted to talk a little bit more about draft. There was some stuff in the last live video I talked about draft, and I talked about the story of draft. What's up, Ben? Yeah, what is it? So Ben is talking about, I like the lives, maybe encourage people to turn on notifications. That's really a great idea. People have been subscribing to my channel, but I guess there's like an extra path. Once you subscribe, there's like a little bell icon. I think that's what Ben's talking about. If you click that, you get even more notifications if you really want more notifications. There's a little bit next to the subscribe button. Yeah, thank you, Ben. Please, yeah, if you guys want notifications when these live things occur, because like I kind of just do them. I don't plan them far ahead, so it's like hard for me to like schedule them. They're gonna probably be kind of like this, impromptu. Let me actually tweet this out. I forget about that too. Share. All right. All right. And I don't know how to get, guys, live on YouTube is one of the weirder experiences of this whole YouTube channel experience. Like after you guys, if there's a chat, I can't get back to the chat, I don't believe. It's like it disappears into the ether. And so I'm gonna try to get better kind of reading people's comments as I do this. So, because when you watch this video later, it's crazy to try to understand who I'm answering. I didn't realize like you don't even get to see the little bubbles of comments that are occurring while I'm recording this. I see little bubbles of people chatting. Anyway, let's talk about draft a little bit more. I recorded like 24 minutes, and draft is such a big story of what happened that I didn't get to cover some of the stuff past just designing features. One of the things, the thing I will cover tonight to keep this hopefully under 10 minutes or so, was simply no one cared what I was doing. You know, I think a lot of people see draft as a success. I do. I really, draft has been very successful. It still continues. I don't even do much work on it, and it still continues to, people continue to email me about it and want to push it, and a lot of new users still come into the platform. It definitely caught a lot of people's interest, but it wasn't like that all the time. Even with some of these great ideas that I had been putting out there, I got some nice traction on things like Hacker News and putting out some blog posts about what I was doing, and still people, after those little influxes of users, things would die out, and I would start going out to people who I thought were my core users, who could be core users, maybe famous authors. There's a guy who wrote a book called Trade-Off. It's one of my favorite business books. Separate topic, check out this book, Trade-Off. It's all about the trade-off between successful businesses know that they're making a decision. Either they're gonna become a convenient business or like a luxury business, a high fidelity business. It's a really great mind opener about businesses. But anyway, I emailed this guy. It's one of my favorite books. I emailed this guy, Kevin something I believe is his name. I got a hold of him. Really great guy to even just take my email. He took a meeting, we chatted, and he just didn't get it. He didn't get what I was doing with draft. He had no use for it. And it was disheartening. And yet I kept at it. Like, you know, I just kind of, I don't know what it is. I've been doing this long enough, and I'm dumb enough to just be like, well, I don't care. And he's not the only one. I reached out to multiple people who were just like, yeah, I don't get it, you know. So as soon as I was kind of doing it early on, the engagement was pretty light. And Joel Spolsky wrote about Amazon versus Ben & Jerry. You have to be one or the other. Is that kind of like the painkiller? Oh, gotcha. On the, yeah. Amazon versus Ben & Jerry. Yeah, that's probably a very good, that's a really, great comparison about the trade-off, probably. But so back to so this guy Kevin really didn't really care what I was doing, and I think a lot of people would have taken that and some of the other feedback I got and just given up on draft right there. But I didn't. I kept at it. I got some press in TechCrunch. I was able to reach out to a relationship to get introduced to someone at TechCrunch who just so happened to be kind of thinking along the same lines as me about editing, and he wrote a story about me, and that article in TechCrunch really gave me a whole new life of publicity. I know a lot of people rag on TechCrunch, and I don't think TechCrunch is the end-all be-all of you need to be here to launch, but it was a really great article that was able to push my stuff into a lot of other people's hands. I got on a lot of podcasts after that. A lot of people after that TechCrunch article wanted to write about draft. But I think the lesson to take from this is, one, tactically, you can get a hold of a lot of people, whether it's that guy who wrote the book that I wanted to talk to or the journalist at TechCrunch. A lot of people are reachable. There's so many ways to get a hold of somebody's email address or a connection between you and the person you want to know. That, there's the Kevin Bacon game, what is it, the 6 degrees of separation? Often you're going to find it's usually just 1 degree of separation. There's probably someone you know that knows the next person that you would really love to get a hold of. But even other than that, it's easy to get a hold of email addresses. Look up the DNS information of someone's website. Just start doing Google searches for email addresses. It's really easy. A tactic I've used to get meetings is simply email someone. Michael Addison put a Clifford sticker on my hand. I usually have some form of sticker late at night, but yes, I've got a Clifford sticker on my hand. A tactic I've used to get meetings is I'll email this someone, and I'll for the subject of the meeting of the email I send out, it's, can I buy you a virtual cup of coffee? And what I do is, if they accept the meeting, and I'll say, if you accept the meeting, I'll send you a $5 Starbucks gift certificate so you can buy a cup of coffee and have a drink while we chat. Look up DNS info, sounds like creepy stalking behavior. Kinda, yeah. I mean, I agree. It's borderline weird when you start looking up people's email addresses, right? But a lot, the who is information is borderline weird. Although you could privacy protect it, It is. I agree. It's a little gray area. Most of the time I just go to Google and look up people's email addresses, which are usually, they publish it as part of a presentation, or they just list it on their website. A lot of people list their information on their website. But going back to, Matt, you missed the start of this. I'm just talking about another thing about draft. People really didn't like what I was doing at first, and I think a lot of people would have given up with the feedback I had gotten at the start of what I was doing. And people look at it today and they're like, whoa, it's so successful. And I talked about the design of it, but man, yeah, it took a lot of persistence to get through a lot of people not caring. Anyway, the virtual cup of coffee. So yeah, I'll send people a $5 gift certificate to Starbucks, and it really works. It's crazy the uptake of those meetings. I highly suggest it. I would love it if Starbucks put out an API there, and I'd probably build an app to make something like this even just a little bit easier. But it's not that hard. If somebody accepts a meeting, just send them a $5. It's an email. Starbucks will send them, and they can just go get a cup of coffee, and it's just a really nice little touch. And it's $5. They took a meeting with you, and their time is worth much more than $5. Anyway, I met with this guy, Kevin, to talk about draft, and he didn't like it, but I really still appreciated his feedback. But what I ended up still learning through this experience was the guy, Kevin, who wrote Trade Off, he's an author of a book, and I still feel like authoring books is still not, and what I know today is that writing a book inside draft is still not the best experience. It's still not the job to be done I was solving. I'm still solving, I think, most people who are trying to write a blog post or an article, and they're just trying to get little edits, not huge edits from an editor who's maybe kind of like their boss at a magazine. And so it's still, you need to be very careful who you get feedback from. I think a lot of people, they just put their stuff out there and they do a shotgun approach. They create a new business. Right, Scrivener is a good one for book writing, Matt says, totally. And so a lot of people, when they first create this idea, they'll just email a ton of people for feedback, and they just start taking it all in. And I don't even think that's that great of an approach. Most people you talk to, when you're just doing the shotgun approach, they're not going to represent your core customer. I think you really need to get really clear if a guy like Kevin Redding Tradeoff is the guy who's going to make draft successful, if he's going to be the guy who I'm really gunning for. And it's tough. It's not easy. I'm making it sound like it's this like simple process, but it's not. You know, you can do these jobs, be done interviews. I still think the simplest thing is just what's in your gut. You know, you make the thing that suits you, and most likely there's probably going to be a lot more people like you. As long as it suits you and you have this really good gut feeling that, hey, you use this thing every day, it fits your needs every single day, you're going to find other people like that. I mean, that's the draft story. I didn't have this like really clear vision that it's like, man, I can just ignore the feedback from Kevin. It was more like, I love the product. It suits so many little useful features for me. I'm going to see this through this poor feedback. I'm not going to just throw away my prototype and my early work, and I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to start emailing some journalists and try to get some publicity for this thing. And so that's kind of some of the core of me seeing some of the poor product feedback at first through. I know a lot of people are giving up way too quick because they talk to some important people and they get something that they don't like back, and that's a shame. Anyway, so we're coming up on like 11 minutes. Is there a question? I'll answer a question right now if anybody's got anything, but I'm gonna probably close it up soon after that. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, getting to relax, and I appreciate you guys watching another live video on this channel, and thanks a lot for the comments, guys. Matt's thinking about a question. I'll answer anything. What do you got? Children, business, design, psychology. All right, guys. Anyway, ask it in the comments as soon as this live chat. Matt's stumped. Anyway, feel free, email me anytime, mention, Jason missed the live chat, no problem. There will be more live discussions. If you guys have lingering questions, mention it in the comments, and I will talk and chat like crazy about them later. Michael, thank you for including me with your dinner. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Thank you so much for watching this channel. I'm getting so much, again, out of this. No, Matt, I don't think there is a way to get chat in the comments. Matt asked if I figured out how to get the live chat in comments. No. If anybody knows how to get back to my live comments, like tomorrow when this YouTube live is over, I would love to know. But to be honest, I can't even find any like historic record of this live event like the next day or even an hour later. So I am so baffled at how YouTube Live works. It seems so strange. But I still like this process. I love doing these live videos and doing this chat. No, I should contact the YouTube team about it, Matt asks. Even these chat bubbles, these should show up in the video. So many folks are chatting with me right now, and people who watch this video later aren't going to see any of this, and it's a real shame. So yes, we should all raise a @mention to YouTube team. I think they're kind of active on Twitter. So anyway, thank you so much everybody for watching. Have a great weekend, and please hit the thumbs up button and tune in tomorrow. I'll upload a new video tomorrow, and bye everybody.